Welcome back everybody to today's video of DIY investing. Today everybody we are going to be talking about the standard or XRP, the greatest meme coin of all. I'm super excited and passionate about bringing you guys this video today. This is a coin that a lot of people are hyped about. A lot of people have a lot of money invested into this coin, and it's one that has one of the most die-hard community bases that I've ever seen. I've never really seen so many people quite as passionate about a certain project before, other than Bitcoin and maybe the lesser case of Ethereum. But this is a coin that I'm actually super excited about. It's one that's been leading the altcoin pack with Ethereum, so that's always a very bullish sign. Anytime you have a high market cap coin that's really leading the charge for these alts, that's always a good indication that this coin is going to have a very hyped cycle moving forward. So let's jump right in the video today. But before I get into the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the support of this channel. It really does mean a lot to me. So many people are in my Discord right now conversating, and they're super excited about these markets, and it really does make me happy to have you guys a part of this team and this community that I've got built here. If you guys like this video and want to see more of them, do myself a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. If you guys like my analysis and want to get some more signals, click the invitation link in the description of this video, and there you're going to get access to my Discord server. Do myself a huge favor by helping me to reach 100 members inside of my Discord. We're just shy of 100, and I'm really trying to hit that number. It's a big milestone as far as my accomplishment plaque goes. So do myself a favor, click the invitation link, and get access to my Discord server today. Thank you all so much. Let's jump right in the video today. Welcome back everybody once again to today's video, DIY investing, here with the dog. Say hi, Kaya. Say hi. Today we are going to be talking about XRP, the standard. Many people are very excited about this coin. It's one that I'm holding a little bit of. I know that if you follow me in my Discord, I had some bearish stigma attached to this coin for the simple reason that it looked a lot like Bitcoin before we broke out of a major descending triangle and then dropped another 50%. But over the last week, XRP has really been leading the market. It's been showing some of the most bullish returns as far as any of the other altcoins, leading the way with Ethereum. And so this is why I really wanted to talk about this coin. There's still a lot of hype around this, and not only that, but it's proven all of the doubters wrong, and it's once again going into its next cycle. So we're going to be taking a look and diving in this chart today. Now I'll go through and analyze exactly what scared me so much about this chart. Now keep in mind, I'm on a log scale right now for this specific analogy, but this is what scared me: the fact that we were in this descending triangle for a long time. And I mean, you can draw this over to here even. We had a couple shakeouts through the bottom of this support. But for the most part, this is what I was watching. This is what I was pretty scared about, was the fact that this was consolidating in a massive descending triangle. Now, obviously, if we throw it back to Bitcoin, you guys all know what the hell I mean when I say consolidating in a massive descending triangle, because we all remember what happened to this. And so I was watching for something similar to play out with Ripple. I didn't know how it was going to turn out because of the simple fact all of the altcoins seemed to be setting up and looking like they were about to all start popping off at relatively the same time, because that's usually what they do. Most of the time altcoins kind of just ride together, and so it didn't really make much sense to me that Ripple, being the number 3 in market cap, was just going to fall off the face of the earth while all the other ones rallied. It seemed really weird to me, but at the same time it was showing a lot of it showed me a bearish it showed me a big bearish red flag that I was watching. So I was a little bit worried, but we got that confirmation. So we've broken out of the log chart. If I drop it into the regular chart, we still broke out. So that's very exciting. We had this little fake out right here, and I was starting to wonder if maybe this resistance was going to be broken. And then in fact, we impulsed out of that. So I actually accumulated a little bit back in here. I had some of my clients accumulate throughout this bottom right here. It had me a little bit scared, but I was willing to take the risk and say fuck it, and let's see if we can make some money, because Ripple has always been a really pumping coin. I had the opportunity to make quite a bit of money off Ripple back in the day over here. And so I was watching for a similar setup to play out. Now this takes us to current values. What I'm watching, and I'm actually really excited to show you guys this video and this analysis because of the fact I haven't talked about it on my channel yet. And I'm not sure why. If you guys follow me on TradingView, you'll see this analysis. If you're not following me on TradingView, do myself a favor. Go hit that follow button, and then you're going to get some more access to my trades. Help me get my follower count up, sitting at 1,268 followers. But yeah, I have a lot of different posts on here so that you guys can go and check out. This is actually my Ripple idea. And so we're going to go through here and actually chart what the hell it is I'm talking about when I say Ripple, right? So here's what I was watching out for. This was the consolidation that we had back in 2017. This consolidation was very similar to the one that we had here. And I'll go through and actually analyze what I'm talking about when I say that. So with the consolidation, we had this retrace. Once we finished the terminal end of that correction, we had this capitulation event. And what I noticed is we had a very similar capitulation event. Prices made these two stabs at lows. This kind of reminds you of Bitcoin, but doesn't it? Doesn't this just look like Bitcoin's 2015 bottom fractal, where you have the rally, prices fall, prices go to fake out, then the one final round before we break out and then make our one wave. And so it's very similar to what Bitcoin set up. And so I was watching this, I made some profit, accumulated right over here. But I noticed that the current cycle we're in is following basically the same fractal. It's just a little bit different, as always. You can't expect two market cycles to be exactly the same, but history tends to repeat itself, and that's what we've been seeing. So I'm going to go through and actually analyze what I'm talking about. We had these first little bottoms, right? So we had capitulation, we had price come back and retest that, and then we had the breakout. And then after the breakout, we had another retest of capitulation, followed by another one of these bottoms, before we finally ended up started going up in the next cycle. Now, I was watching, and I was analyzing what was going on back here, and I made a chart about right over here because I was pointing out this exact pattern that had played out, and I said, we're seeing the exact same thing again. Now, after the retrace, we have the capitulation, then we have the retest of that bottom, we have prices break out, they ABC retrace, back down, and then they do the exact same thing again. This bottom was a little bit different only because of the fact there was much more consolidation. Prices just trended basically sideways for a significant amount of time, but then we got the exact same pattern playing out. And now we're seeing the opposite end of that, where prices are breaking out. Prices broke out of the major descending triangle, and now they're proving us that this market is very much bullish. In fact, it's leading the market as far as the rest of the altcoins, as expected from a high cap coin. So this is what I was watching out for, and I noticed this pattern starting to play out, and that's what got me really excited. Even though we were at the terminal end of this massive descending triangle, I still took the gamble by adding some positions right in here. I posted on my Discord that you guys should be wary about this, and I was leaning to more of a bearish bias, but at the same time, with all of the altcoins setting up, I figured I might as well just have a crack at it and just kind of see what's going to happen with that. So I bought some, and I was proven right. Thankfully. Didn't take as big of a position as I would have, but I'm still thankful for those profits. But this brings us to current prices, and now I'm going to throw it back to the last cycle and kind of what happened here. After we found the two bottom, we broke out, and then prices came up to retest this high, right? And so I'm expecting a similar pattern to play out. So basically my target is going to be the high of the last move right here. I think that it's likely that we can test this area before a real significant pullback, especially with the severity of this pump that we're seeing right now. And not only that, but if we see a short-term retrace inside of Bitcoin's market, we all know what happens with Ripple when Bitcoin retraces. And if you don't, just take a look at the correlation between the two by looking at the Bitcoin pair. This is the great Ripple. Notice, as Bitcoin made its run, what happened to Ripple? It fell off the face of the earth and died. And so the same is going to be true for this current cycle that we're seeing right now inside of Ripple. Even though Ripple's parroting with Bitcoin, that's what happens anyways. But I do expect once Bitcoin finds that short-term top, wherever the hell it's going to be, because it just keeps going up, I would expect some money to flood into XRP, because that's usually the way that this market behaves. But my first initial target is going to be this 60-cent area. From current prices, you're looking at about a 40% return until then. But that's my first target, and then here's my next target up here at about just under $1 per XRP. And then after that, if we can claim these two upper resistance levels as support, if prices can come up, let me draw it for you guys. If prices can rally, break up, consolidate, and then rally and break up again. Now, it's not going to behave exactly like this, I don't think. We might have a period of consolidation below this resistance, but I'm just explaining that if we can break out and make higher highs on support of both of these resistances, then my next target's going to be all-time high. And I think that this sucker's really going to just start flying, because that's what happens. If we take a look at the last cycle, we had this major resistance here, and then we had this major resistance right here. Oop. Let's pull it over here. And as you can see, prices messed around with this resistance right here. We rallied up to it, rejected, almost had a full retrace, hit it again, had a massive sell-off again. And so we could see some short-term consolidation in between this first resistance that we're seeing right here, which would take us to about the 60-cent mark. With Ripple, we could see a rally up here, prices fall back down, find support at around basically where we're at, where we're breaking out of right now. We could expect to see something like this. Prices rally, hit, ABC retrace back down, or some sort of retrace back down, consolidate here before going back up to test that. Now, will we break out at that retest, or will we come back down to test lower support levels? I don't know. We're just going to have to watch. It's not necessarily as important to me. What is important is the fact that this is providing a lot of good setups for day trades right now. If we get that correction at the top of the 60-cent mark and you're able to buy the retrace back down at about 43 cents, then just up to the previous resistance is going to be another 43%. So it's going to be a very good time for day trading. If you guys want signals, I actually offer a signal service inside of my Discord. Currently, I've been uploading quite a few signals in this time. Already, all of them are in profit, especially with XRP bouncing. D.I.Y has made a really nice run today. So do yourself a favor and jump in there and get some action with some of these altcoins that I'm posting, because there's very profitable times to be had. But anyways, guys, this is what I'm looking for on the short term with Ripple. Truly great things. I mean, if you're an altcoin trader, you gotta love this type of stuff. And I know I'm super excited with how these markets are turning out. It's really exciting times to see how long were we consolidating sideways, how long were we just going down throughout the entire bear market, even including that. So it's been a very slow, long, drawn-out process. But I can say without a doubt in my mind that the long wait is over, and now it's time to actually reward yourself for all of the hardship that you had to face with. Maybe you were bag holding from highs in 2017, or maybe you were just consecutively losing trades because you had a harder time trading in a bear market. I know I took some major losses throughout this bear market, and it taught me a lot of very valid lessons, but it's all of these lessons learned that really helps you to harvest those profits in the next cycle up. So be thankful, be grateful. Give yourself a pat on the back for staying true to the markets, staying true, learning, educating, and just being an inspiration to yourself. Like, really, guys, crypto is life-changing. I've seen what it's done to my personal life, and now the fact is we're getting ready for another very, very profitable cycle, and I could not explain how happy I am to just be a part of this, to have you guys a part of my community, to have you guys a part of this, and me being able to watch you guys and just see where all of this takes you, because like I said, it really is a life-changing experience, and I'm super grateful to be a part of it. Alright guys, next I'm going to remove all of these drawing tools that we looked at, and I'm going to drop it to a bigger time frame. How about we drop it to the weekly time frame? Let's drop it to the log scale. And now let's give you guys my updated Elliott wave count for this. What I'm kind of expecting as far as long-term targets and what you guys can expect out of this next rally. So let's go count the Elliott waves. We had our one wave right here. 1, 3, 5. You can't see the 3-wave retrace, or you can't see the top of the 3 in the middle of this move on the weekly, but it is there and you can take a look at it in a shorter time frame. But this was our one wave. ABC retrace down. This came out to be our 3. And now we are working on the final 5-wave impulse. Now, where is this 5-wave going to take us? I think that we could hit $9 in this next cycle, considering how parabolic XRP gets, considering the hype of that 3-wave. Throw up the volume chart. We had very, very high. we had a lot of hype coming in at the top of this 3-wave. And now we're getting a nice influx of buy volume coming in here. So if we can outnumber the previous cycle's volume, I do expect that we could see a very high target of about $9, which from current values, you're looking at about a 20x return, so something like that. But it's also possible that we don't go that high. We could hit $5. That's a more reasonable target, and this would be probably my first real take profit zone, I would think, where I would sell the majority of my position. Obviously, you want to take profits, and probably the way I would go about doing this is, let's go to all-time high, about 390. And let's see what about a 3x return would be from all-time high. $14, $15. So, guys, this thing can really fly. I mean, 300% from all-time high isn't necessarily too crazy. Let's see what we did back here in this other 5-wave. In fact, we did a 700%, almost 800% return out of all-time high. So 3x return out of all-time high seems reasonable. It seems like something that can happen. But my target's going to be $9, and I'll have a plan for scaling out along the way up. But this is kind of what I wanted to show you guys. This is my updated Elliott wave count for you. Just kind of giving you guys something to follow off of, giving you guys something to kind of take in and see where it could put us in the long term, because this thing is really, really bullish. We just broke out of major descending resistance. Leading the alt pack is always a definitive sign that this coin is going to fly. And not only that, but if you buy and accumulate these bigger market cap coins, they lead the charge first. And so you can make a lot of money on the rally, take some of those profits, and then dump them into some of these other lower cap coins before they really start to make their impulses. So it's just a very profitable cycle all the way through if you know how to trade them. But yeah, guys, this is what I wanted to share with you. This is my updated analysis with XRP, what I'm expecting moving forward with this. I gave you guys a little bit of a short-term update. Now I'm giving you guys this longer-term perspective of something that we could see. And so yeah, this is what I'm watching moving forward. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did find this video helpful, do myself a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates in the future. If you like my analysis and want to see more of it, or if you want to check out my signals, jump in my Discord. I will have an invitation link in the description of this video. Click on that. You'll be able to get access through here. Just under 100 members in here currently. Let's help me out and let's get this thing up to past 100. It would really mean a lot to me. Been doing a lot of work in this with my uploads. Been trying to upload every single day to produce as much quality content as I can for you guys, especially because of the fact that, guys, this is really taking off, and it's got me so excited for the future. The long term for crypto is truly inspiring. Like we're headed for some very remarkable times. Extreme bullish markets. Things are going to go very parabolic, and you really do have a chance to create a lot of lasting wealth for yourself. And I'm super excited to be able to experience all of this with you guys. So with all of that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, peace out.